after that fitness, it's time to have some fun in the Espresso kitchen. I'm joined by Chef Sammy Mashile this morning, and he is going to teach us a few things about balsamic vinegar and teach us how to make our own balsamic vinegar reduction. Good morning. Welcome to Cape Town, first of all, and welcome to Espresso.
Thank you very much. I'm happy that the weather is like this.
Oh, well, the weather's just played perfectly. We haven't had good weather the last couple of days. A vinegar lesson. Yeah. Where do we start? What are you teaching us today?
We're going to start with the white vinegar. The white vinegar, it's sweet but subtle. It has subtle flavors. What you have to do here, it's this, you can serve it with any light food, light colored food. So when we come to the dark balsamic vinegar, it's a reduction that was made out of the white balsamic vinegar. So what you need to do here, if you want to make your own balsamic, you take your 1 cup of white balsamic into a boiling pot. You boil it. You bring it down to a reduction to a very low heat so that it doesn't burn.
Okay, so you boil it first.
Then you bring it down to a reduction. It must simmer. It mustn't blow. It mustn't boil anymore. Because if you boil it, it's gonna start burning now. You're not gonna have the right texture that you need. So now, once you bring it to a boil, you have to make sure that you keep on stirring it, keep on stirring it up until it gives you a proper consistency. Once it's done, you remove it from the stove, you put it in a tight jar or a container, you let it rest in the fridge till it's ready to use.
And that's it?
That's it.
How long does that normally take?
It will normally take you, say, around about 5 to 8 to 10 minutes to bring it down to a reduction of a consistency that you need. If you can check here, the consistency are not the same.
Yeah.
This one is a bit thicker, this one is lighter. So if it's how you want your reduction.
Now, after the break, you're going to teach us to make a gorgeous dish using balsamic vinegar. Yep. What are we making?
We're going to make ostrich fillet with spring roll that we stuffed it with. We have spinach in there, nicely flavored there, and then the butternut sauteed with spice. Before that, you need to boil it in a proper stock that has a cinnamon in it.
Well, we are going to find out more about this recipe. It's an ostrich fillet, which will be ideal when you're watching the rugby on Saturday, the Sharks and Province tackling each other. We'll be back after the break right here in our Espresso kitchen. You're with us on our Feel Good Breakfast Show, Espresso, here on SABC3, and I'm having loads of fun. He's distracting me at the moment with the chef making his debut on Espresso all the way from Pretoria. He does shout for the Bulls. He said he might shout for Province this weekend, and he is going to teach us how to make a gorgeous ostrich fillet. Sammy, I know you were teaching us balsamic vinegar, how to make the balsamic vinegar reduction earlier, but for viewers that haven't seen you yet, welcome back to the Espresso kitchen.
Thank you.
What are you making for us today?
All right, what you're gonna make here is an ostrich fillet that is served with a spinach spring roll accompanied by a butternut.
Oh, really gorgeous.
What's gonna happen here, the first thing that you need to do here is to make sure that you're not mixing up so that you can have your dish finalized at the end at the same time. So now you're gonna start with the things that are taking longer. So we're gonna start with our spring roll.
Let's quickly run through the ingredients list. What do people need? What ingredients are needed for our recipe?
Okay, you need a phyllo for a spring roll. You need a butternut. You can cut it anyhow you want to. You can either scoop it, you can either slice it, you can do it anyhow. You need a spinach. You're gonna need some prunes to put into your spinach that's gonna go into the spring roll. You're gonna need your herbs. You can go with any herbs that you'd like to. Salt, obviously, pepper, and balsamic reduction at the end of the dish to make it look nicer.
So super simple, easy dish. Where do we start?
We start with the spring roll. What you're gonna do, you bring your spring roll into a size that you require. Okay.
So you can make it any size you want?
Any size, any size.
And you just cut your pastry?
I'm gonna cut the pastry into half. I'm gonna double this quickly. The reason why I'm doubling it is so that when you bake it in the oven, it doesn't break. So the leftover spring roll paste, you just roll it into a cloth, a wet cloth, so that it doesn't dry out.
And that's always important when it comes to working with that type of pastry.
Yep.
Keep it in a damp cloth so it doesn't dry out.
Okay. So what you're gonna do here is to your boiled spinach already. got it here. What you need to do is to give it a flavor. The reason is to make sure that whatever that is in the spring roll, it correlates with the whole dish. So now, remember that we have already seasoned our spinach there. We take our prunes.
That's a really healthy, delicious. It's a great a fruit full of antioxidants. You're getting your spinach as well, full of iron there. So it's a nice combination of a healthy dish.
Definitely, and then you sprinkle your herbs the way you want there. Now, the most important thing when you do your spring roll is to make sure that it doesn't leak out. So now, the trick is you need to close it properly.
It's like wrapping a gift.
Yes, from the side, like that. Then you take egg white so that it doesn't roll out, just slightly, lightly.
And in normal terms, we'll just say it's like the sellotape,
Like
keeping it together.
Yes, yes. You've got your sellotape there. That's a nice way of describing it. Now you roll it nicely. You get that round shape going through.
And look there you've got it.
There we go.
Sam.
Now this is ready to go into your oven. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna go into
A heated pan.
a heated pan.
I noticed you've thrown some oil into our pan, even though it's a griddle pan.
Yeah.
Do you still use oil?
You still use oil. It's the most important thing here is you can take your oil, your flavored oil. You can flavor your oil in anyhow with dried herbs, rosemary, thyme, whatever, so that when you cook with it, then it gives you a better taste.
In here, you've got your stock mixed on, and you've thrown in the butternut to add flavor.
Yes.
What's happening with
There's
the ostrich?
cinnamon in there. Now, what you do here, lightly salted. Salted.
Yes, there we go. You salt your meat before you put it onto the griddle.
You know, the best way of doing it, you must put it on the griddle first before you salt it, but it's up to you how you want to do it. Because when you're using this kind of salt, it's best, so that the flavors of the salt can go into the meat nicely. There.
Now, if you'd like the ingredients list for this recipe, send through to your mobile phone. Super easy. Our keyword is ostrich, OSTRICH. 233728. The ingredients list will be sent through to your mobile phone. And of course, the entire recipe and all the recipes we've made in the past on our website, expressoshow.com. Now, Sammy, you know what it's like working in a kitchen. You have a time limit. It gets super, super busy.
Yeah.
We are got a few seconds to serve up.
Okay, now we're gonna show you our ready-made plate. Okay.
So you would serve it?
Yes. Now what we're gonna do now is to show you our final dish. What you do is you cut your fillet nicely, put it nicely on the plate so that it can, you know what the chef says? They say you eat with the eyes first.
Of course
So
you
now
do.
the presentation is the best way of saying, here's the food.
And the balsamic reduction you used as decoration.
As decoration and the sauce as well.
And it just adds to the flavor.
Just add to the flavor.
Thank you so much for
You're
joining
welcome.
us.
Thank
Great
you
to
very
have
much.
a fellow Pretorian in the Espresso kitchen. And maybe the both of us are shouting for Province this weekend. I think we'll have a very, very happy Jean de Villiers if he hears that. What do you say, Jean? Leanne?
We found goodness in Goed Gedacht olive oil and all the good they do for the community. Pick and Pay, always there for you.